10 things that will disappear in our lifetime. This analysis is USA-oriented, but Canada and the rest of the world would not be far behind. Whether these changes are good or bad depends in part on how we adapt to them. But ready or not, here they come. The Post Office. Get ready to imagine a world without the Post Office. They are so deeply in financial trouble that there's probably no way to sustain them long term. Email, FedEx, and UPS have just about wiped out the minimum revenue needed to keep the Post Office alive. Most of your mail every day is junk mail and bills. The check. Britain is already laying the groundwork to do away with the check by 2018. It costs the financial system billions of dollars a year to process checks. Plastic cards and online transactions will lead to the eventual demise of the check. This plays right into the debt to the post office. If you never paid your bills by mail, and you never received them by mail, the post office would absolutely go out of business. The newspaper. The younger generation simply doesn't read the newspaper. They certainly don't subscribe to a daily delivered print edition that may go the way of the milkman and the laundryman. As for reading the paper online, get ready to pay for it. The rise of mobile internet devices and e-readers has caused all the newspapers and magazine publishers to form an alliance. They have met with Apple, Amazon, and other major cell phone companies to develop a model for subscription services. The book. You say you will never give up the physical book that you can hold in your hands and turn the literal pages. I said the same thing about downloading music from iTunes. I wanted my hard copy CD, but I quickly changed my mind when I discovered that I could get albums for half the price without leaving home to get the latest music. The same thing will happen with books. You can browse a bookstore online and even read a preview chapter before you buy, and the price is less than half that of a real book. And think of the convenience. Once you start flicking your fingers on the screen instead of the book, you will find that you're lost in the story, can't wait to see what happens next, and you forget that you're holding a gadget instead of a book. Landline telephone. Unless you have a large family making a lot of local calls, you don't need the landline telephone anymore. Most people keep it simply because they've always had it. But you are paying double charges for that extra service. All the cell phone companies will let you call customers using the same cell provider for no charge against your minutes. Music. This is one of the saddest parts of the analysis. The music industry is dying a slow death, and it is not just because of the illegal downloading. It is the lack of innovative new music being given a chance to get to the people who would like to hear it. Greed and corruption are the problem. The record labels and radio conglomerates are simply self-destructing. Over 40% of the music purchased today is catalog items, meaning traditional music and older established artists that the public is familiar with. This is also true of the live concert circuit. To explore this fascinating and disturbing topic further, check out the book Appetite for Self-Destruction by Steve Knopper and the video documentary Before the Music Dies. Television revenues. The network's revenues are down dramatically, not just because of the economy. People are watching TV and movies streamed from their computers, and they're playing games and doing lots of other things that take up the time that used to be spent watching TV. Primetime shows have degenerated down to lower than the lowest common denominator. Cable rates are skyrocketing and commercials run about every 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I say good riddance to most of it. It's time for the cable companies to be put out of their misery. Let the people choose what they want to watch online and through Netflix. The things that you own. Many of the possessions that we used to own are still in our lives, but we may not actually own them in the future. They may simply reside in the cloud. Today your computer has a hard drive that you store pictures, music, movies, and documents. Your software is on CD or DVD, and you can always reinstall if need be. But all that is changing. Apple, Microsoft, and Google are finishing up their latest cloud services. That means when you turn on the computer, the Internet will be built into the operating system. So Windows, Google, and the Mac operating systems will be tied straight into the Internet. If you click an icon, it will open something in the Internet cloud. If you save something, it will be saved in the cloud. And you may pay a monthly subscription fee to the cloud provider. In this virtual world, you can access your music or your books or whatever from any laptop or handheld device. That's the good news. But will you actually own any of this stuff? Or will it be able to disappear at any moment in a big poof? Will most of the things of our lives be disposable and whimsical? It makes you want to run to the closet and pull out that photo album, grab a book from the shelf, or open up a CD case and pull out the insert. Joint handwriting. Already gone in some schools who no longer teach joint handwriting, because nearly everything is done now on computers or keyboards of some type. Privacy. If there ever was a concept that we can look back on nostalgically, it would be privacy. That's gone. It's been gone for a long time anyway. There are cameras on the street, in most of the buildings, and even built into our computer cell phone. You can be sure that 24/7 they know who you are and where you are right now, down to the GPS coordinates and the Google Street View. If you buy something, your habit is put into a zillion profiles, and your ads will be changed to reflect those habits. They will try to get you to buy something else again and again. All we have left that cannot be changed are memories. This presentation was created by Ward. Contents come from various sources and I do not claim any as my property. No copyright infringement is intended. If any belongs to you, please consider it an honor that your content was worthy enough to be shared.
And that's all, folks.